Good evening, kindergarten parents. Welcome to Kindergarten Orientation 2021. I'm Patty Woodruff, the principal at Spring Mills Elementary School, and we're so glad you could join us this evening. In your meet, you can see we have our kindergarten teachers, Ms. Sharp, Mrs. Dodds, Mrs. Sarah LaFontaine, who teaches JK, and Mrs. Johnson, who teaches kindergarten. And Jennifer Kidd, who is our Apollo supervisor, person of all trades, will be our moderator tonight. So we have a presentation for you. At the end, we will be taking questions. So if you want to jot those in the chat box as we go through the presentation, feel free to do that. And at the end, we can answer questions that you may have. Oops, I'm so sorry. It just went somewhere. Don't you love technology? All right, here we go. I'm Patty Woodruff, as I said, and credentials, I have a master's degree in educational leadership and with an emphasis on curriculum instruction. I've been in education for 26 years, and I think most important is I'm so excited for you and your child to start this exciting new chapter at Spring Mills Elementary School. It truly is a new chapter in your life, and it's scary, but it is a wonderful experience. And I hope after tonight, you feel a little more at ease to send your child here to Spring Mills. Our mission statement for Huron Valley Schools is inspiring and building futures one student at a time. And that means we provide differentiated learning options and opportunities for every child, and you will hear about that tonight. And your family becomes part of our family at Huron Valley Schools. Your path begins at Spring Mills Elementary School, and yes, it seems like it'll be a long time at Spring Mills, but before you know it, they'll be taking those next steps. And when they do that, they'll go to one of three middle schools, Muir, White Lake, or Oak Valley, and eventually to Lakeland and Milford High School. So let's go back now to elementary school and kindergarten and welcome you to Spring Mills, home of the Sharks. And you can see Sharky is in our picture, and he is a star at our elementary school. And before I turn it over to the kindergarten teachers, I just wanted to say, and our team wants to say, one more big thank you to voters. Over $200 million in bond and BSS programs will allow us to add secure entrances and to upgrade every elementary school, including Spring Mills Elementary School. So we are excited about the changes. Now, without further ado, Miss Lisa Sharp, who will talk about readiness. Miss Sharp.
Hi, good evening. My name is Lisa Sharp, and I am currently teaching junior kindergarten in the Huron Valley Virtual Academy, previously working as a kindergarten teacher at Spring Mills. I have a bachelor's degree in early childhood and elementary education, and I also have a master's degree in reading. I have over 16 years of teaching experience in junior kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and as a reading specialist. My passion is kindergarten and reading. I also love coffee and sports, so I'm an avid sports fan. So for kindergarten, our goal is just to nurture the whole child. So we want to make sure that your student is ready when they come through the doors, and our kindergarten team and junior kindergarten team are super loving and nurturing, and we work well together. So we will make sure that they have the best first year they can at Spring Mills. So let's talk about how we can get our children ready for success when they come into kindergarten. So we do have some important things that we want to make sure that they are ready for academically, but also socially too. So we want to make sure that they're ready socially and emotionally as a whole child, things like, being able to put away their backpack, zip their coats, those kinds of things before we fully get into the academics. But in the academic side, we want to make sure that they are practicing their uppercase and lowercase letters, being able to write their name, recognize their name when they come in so that they can find their locker, that they can find their belongings, practice counting and recognizing numbers, and also, I already said recognizing their name. And we have a lot of play in kindergarten. We do outdoor play, we do indoor play. It's essential for our young bodies to make sure that we are re-energizing our brains and that we are taking those brain breaks to make sure that we will be ready for our academics. So we do a lot of outdoor things. We make sure that we go outside in all types of weather. So we'll be outside when in the snow. They will wear their snow pants, their boots, their coats, hats, mittens, those kinds of things. We're outside in the springtime when it gets warmer and then the weather starts to break. So we're always making sure that we're outside. And we also have many opportunities for indoor play. As you can see from these pictures, these are taken during our free time play that we have built into our day. And that is super duper important to us, making sure that the students are working together, they're socializing, they're collaborating, they're creative in what they're doing. We have sensory tables, light tables, we dress up, games, trains, toys, dinosaurs, you name it, we have all of those things. And now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Johnson.
All right, I guess I'll start a little early. We have some specials that we go to, including art, PE, music, technology, and library. And then, as Mrs. Sharp said, I'm Miss Johnson. So I went to Central Michigan University and I got my bachelor's degree with a concentration in early childhood and science. I am in my 4th year of teaching. I taught 3rd grade up north in Houghton Lake, and then I moved down here and have been teaching kindergarten for the past 3 years. My favorite part of teaching kindergarten is providing hands-on learning experiences and getting students interested in learning and their just exploration part of kindergarten. So in terms of our curriculum, we have a phonics program that we've been using for a couple of years now. And in this program, we have a student or a classroom mascot named Mabel, and she'll help the students learn words and letters throughout the year. And we do all sorts of fun activities with her that are hands-on. They get to touch and play and manipulate the words and the letters as the year goes on. We do readers workshop with the students. And so that typically in a workshop model will look like a whole group lesson with a specific skill that we're working on. And then the students can try that independently or with a partner. And throughout the year, we work on those things, both in phonics, reading and writing. We'll work on phonemic awareness. We'll work on snap words, all sorts of things that help our readers grow and learn their strategies that help them become better readers. We also do writing workshop. And so again, that follows the same kind of pattern where we work in a whole group and then they work either with partners or by themselves to practice what we've learned for the day. And so we work on different types of writing throughout the year as well, including narrative or just like a personal story. We work on nonfiction, list writing, pattern books, and we even do some writing across different subjects. So we'll write in science and social studies as well to help bring those skills throughout our day. And then we have win time, and win time is what I need. And during this time, students, some stay in the room with the teacher and some go with other teachers to work on specific skills that they're needing a little bit of extra help with. And so we do small groups or partner games, different things in the classroom. And then as they're working with their win teacher, they're working on phonemic awareness, and we'll do some reading groups and different things as well. And we do monitor our skills throughout the year through different assessments. So you'll get updates throughout the year on how your child is doing. With math, we work on practicing skills and learning our concepts. So we use a lot of manipulatives during math time. You'll see on some of these pictures, you can see we have different like number tiles and things that the students work with. And we build on concepts. So you'll see the same concept throughout the year, but it gets more and more complex for the student. Our science and social studies, we have a few different units throughout the year, and we work on different things, and the students get to do a lot of hands-on investigations and experiments. You can see some of the science experiments on the pictures below. And we learn to think like scientists, and we learn how to play with others and about ourselves through social studies. And I'll pass it off to Mrs. Dodds.
Good evening. My name is Mrs. Kelly Dodds. I have been married to my high school sweetheart, Rob, for 29 years. We have 2 children, Rachel, who is 24. She is also a kindergarten teacher in another district. And Ryan, 22, just graduated from Michigan State University and is in the process of applying to medical school. I graduated from Michigan State University as well. Actually, all 4 of us did. And I have a Bachelor's of Arts in Elementary Education degree. I earned my Master's of Education in Early Childhood Education degree from Oakland University. I have been a kindergarten teacher for over 20 years, and 15 of those years have been right here at Spring Mills Elementary. I love teaching the littlest learners. Together, we are a team, and our focus is your child. The home-to-school connection and the school-to-home connection are so key to your child's success throughout their entire school career. Parents as partners in their child's education is so important. Parents will assist their child's growth and learning when they team up with their classroom teacher to practice and reinforce the child's learning at home. Communication with our kindergarten families occurs via email, our classroom websites, our Spring Mills website, and our Seesaw website that the kids work on. Families will benefit from communication with their child's teacher and our school throughout technology. These technologies allow parents to have the most updated information regarding their child and our school community delivered right to their smartphones. Our kindergarten classrooms utilize a website or an app called Seesaw. Seesaw is a wonderful technology tool that allows families to assist their child with their learning and their growing at home. Parents who assist their child with assignments and activities that are posted to the Seesaw website will be able to see firsthand what their child is learning in the classroom, as the assignments that are posted on Seesaw are for extra practice and extension on things we are learning in the classroom. Seesaw is also a great tool for communication with classroom families and for classroom families to communicate with their child's teacher. Families can send messages to their child's teacher through the Seesaw website or app. Seesaw empowers families to engage with their children's learning, and this helps to foster that important connection between the child, the home, and the school. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Sarah LaFontaine, our junior kindergarten teacher.
Good evening. I'm Sarah LaFontaine. I currently teach junior kindergarten at Spring Mills. For many of you, I might look familiar because I taught kindergarten for a number of years. So been teaching 19 years and 15 years with Huron Valley. So I love junior kindergarten just as much as I always enjoyed kindergarten. So junior kindergarten, we had our own meeting a couple weeks ago. So I know most of you are probably here tonight to hear about kindergarten, but I just wanted to remind you that as you've listened to our kindergarten team, if you're all feeling anxious, is my kid ready for kindergarten? Just know that Huron Valley has provided this option for an extra year. So if you need a 2-year kindergarten experience and you're feeling like maybe my kid is not ready for kindergarten next year, just know that there is that option for Huron Valley. So if you go to the next slide, some things, some reasons it's hard to know if your child is ready. So if your child has had limited school experience, sometimes JK is a great place to just learn school. We say they learn how to come in and unpack, be independent, separate from parents. But we are a play-based curriculum, but it is based off of kindergarten standards. So everything we do is hands-on. You will hear that it's play-based, but I always say it's play with a purpose. We're playing, and our goal is to get your child ready for kindergarten. At the bottom, it says, academically, a lot of our children will, come because they think, okay, they're not quite ready academically. But I do get many students who would have just done fine in kindergarten academically, but for other reasons, maybe their age, maybe they're real close to the, kindergarten cutoff or right past it, that their parents didn't really want them to be the youngest in school, or based on the pandemic, maybe your preschool experience this year wasn't what you wanted it to be. So it's another reason just to consider junior kindergarten. So don't think that it's my kid academically, they're ready, junior kindergarten wouldn't be a good fit. What's nice about junior kindergarten is everyone has a place. If you're here to learn letters and sounds, there's many kids doing that. If you're mastered that and you're ready to read, we have many kids that will go into kindergarten already reading. So just know that that's an option for you. So I will pass it back to Mrs. Woodruff to tell you how to enroll.
Thank you. We have made it easy. We're going to share this PowerPoint on our website, as well as you can get it off the district website. The link is right here. And when you go to that page, it will, I'm so sorry, that just switched. It will give you everything that you need to have to register for kindergarten. A lot of those things are things that might take you some time. So I would start looking at the list now so you can get your enrollment complete in the next month or so. Some of those things are, the birth certificate. It has to be an original birth certificate with the seal. We also need the parent and guardian identification, verification of residency, and the official immunization records. So because there's a lot of things and some things that you may have to get from your doctor or other places, please look at that website and get that list so that you know exactly what you need to fill out and complete. And as soon as that's complete, your student will automatically be registered in kindergarten at Spring Mills. Last, we are this year dropping off applications of the documents to our school. So when you get those documents, all you have to do is call our front office. They will give you a time to drop off those materials. You'll meet our office coordinator who handles the materials and will be the first face you see when you walk into the school in the fall. And I also wanted to direct your attention to our Spring Mills website. This is another web page that is here, and it takes you to our actual information packet. This packet has a lot of information that consists of readiness activities, things you need to know about the school year, start time, end time, lunch. Some of those things that you're probably pretty curious about are in this packet. And again, that will be on our Spring Mills website. And now I'm going to talk about the Huron Valley Virtual Academy. This was new this year. It was created due to the pandemic. And it offers a different option for JK and kindergarten students. The HVS team provides the same instructional opportunities as the brick and mortar schools, only it's virtual each day. Relationships and academic rigor are the focus of the program. Structure is emphasized and parent partnership is essential. Online and offline activities take place and are balanced in the HVVA. And lastly, if you're interested in that as an option, there is more information on our website. And you can click and they have their own website that will take you right there to look at the Huron Valley Virtual Academy Handbook. And now I'll turn it back over to Jen Kidd and see if we have any questions tonight.
Mrs. Woodruff, at this time, we don't have any questions.
Oh my goodness. We must have done a really good job. We'll give him just a minute to see if anybody has any questions. As I want to show you the last slide in the presentation because it kind of brings it real, we want to welcome the class of 2034. And I know that seems so far off, but it really isn't. It goes very fast. So we hope that we see you in the fall and that you're entering our Spring Mills doors. Rest assured, you are putting your child in the best care. This is an amazing school and an amazing staff. Anything, Ms. Kidd? All right. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. This recording will be online. So if you want to watch it again, because we went too fast or we missed some things that you were trying to catch as we were going through the presentation, as well as the websites will all be posted for you. And thank you again for joining us this evening. Have a wonderful night.